Welcome to the world of gold on steroids software. My name is Chris. I've been trading for over 35 years, and welcome to my team and welcome to the tradingmentors.com. Hope you have a wonderful day. This video is to help you become a professional gold trader in the way that we teach people here at the tradingmentors.com. And this is the settings for the gold on steroids software. It is a PineScript code. So everything that you see is automatically given to you on your chart. So there's nothing for you to add up or to calculate. It's just a matter of waiting for the right time to get into the position. So let me just explain briefly. This is a 15-minute chart, and you don't need to do any top-down analysis. It works off the 15, and I'm going to show you the 5 minutes, which is the entry point at which you get into the trade for gold. And gold is particularly successful at the moment, but you have to know how to use it. So let's go through the details, shall we? The first thing that I would say is that something that's automatically generated. So before you set up in the morning or whatever time of day you decide to trade, you need to be trading during high volume time. So 8 a.m. UK time, 2 p.m. UK time, London Open and New York Open, very high volumes, and that's what you need to bank your 100 to 200 pips per session. I am talking about per session, so if you want to work 3 sessions, then you're talking about lots of pips, but one session's enough. I mean, for anybody, I would have thought. I trade during the New York session and support my team in Telegram to help them become even more successful. A couple of things you might notice. This blue line represents a 50-day moving average, which whenever the price moves above the 50, this indicates strength in the market. And whenever the price moves below the 50, then this indicates weakness in the market, generally speaking. The other thing that happens during this time is the color changes when the trend changes. Okay, it is delayed, that part of it, but don't worry about that, because all I'm interested in particular is when the price moves above the 50 or below the 50. That's what I'm interested in, really. The other thing that you might notice is these green blocks. Well, what the hell are they? Well, let me show you, get a bit closer to the market. And these are automatically given to you on your chart to tell you when to buy. So let's have a look at a few here. So if we can see here that this area here is of very high interest, very high interest, very high interest, very high interest, very high interest. And one of the most common things that happens within the strong market with high volume, you find that the price breaks up, it comes back down into the green buy zone and then shoots up. So it does it here. You can see this repeats itself over and over again. Here, here. It's like a stepping stone. Okay. So the first thing you notice is this is your buy zone, the top of here, and your stop loss is below this area here. Okay, wherever you're going to get in. Wherever you're going to get in. Wherever you're going to get in, your stop loss is below the green line. Okay, good start. I think you like it already, I can tell. If you want to join my team free of charge, then just click on the links below. So the gold on steroids software generates this information for you live in the market, so there's nothing for you to do. Now, if we have a look at this situation here, we can see that the price has moved up, and now we have a buy confirmation by the price is above the 50 moving average, so it's more of a buy than a sell, and it's moved into this area here, which we're interested in, which is automatically given to special settings, by the way. You can't guess these, and most people trading across the world don't have these, and that's the key to your success. So we expect the price to do this. So this is a buy zone. I will be going into the 5 minute chart to show you the entry, but let's have a look at what's going on. So we can see from this that the generated Green lines are being given to you all the time. Okay, so these green areas are fantastic ways to get into the market. As the price gains strength and higher volume, and there's a volume indicator we use, then you can get into these positions here. So in this instance here, we can say that this area here is a very, very high interest. I've speeded it up, just don't want to waste your time, but nonetheless we can see that this is a buy zone and the price is highly likely to go up. We can see the color of this 50 moving average confirmed. And you can see what happens here. So as the price moves down into these areas, we can see we've got a buy area here, a buy area here. And the key to this is once it comes into this area, you just want to wait for a green bar. Just 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 wait for a green bar. Now these areas of interest are highly profitable. So that to there is worth 223 pips maximum. This area here is worth 270 pips maximum. This area here is worth 212 pips maximum, and so on and so forth. So we're coming to here, somewhere around there. That was maximum 141, etc. These blocks here are really, really high liquidity zones which you can use and to gather the information to actually buy or sell. Now if it's sell, then what happens is the blocks go red automatically. Okay, so you know that you don't want to be selling in red. Red is not good. Red for sell, green for buys. That's how we work across the systems here at thetradingmentors.com. So let's go into this a little bit more in the 5-minute chart, and let's line these up for you so you can see I've gone into the dark zone, which might help you a little bit. I think it's a little bit clearer than the white zone, but we can see that if we line these up here nicely, we can see that automatically generated into your chart is this order block here. This is a price of interest. And at the same time, we can see that the price has moved into this area of interest as well, and everything is green to go. There's going to be a bounce at some stage. And the other thing to look out for is the good old W. Now the good thing about the 5-minute chart is that it gives you all the information you need. It gives you the entry points, it gives you the targets, and then stop loss automatically. So let's have a look at that in a little bit more detail. So as I go through here, we can see that the price has come down back into this order block, price of interest, and your entry point, remember the price above the 50 moving average is of high interest. And you can see that the price moved up here. So you can either buy in this area automatically, your choice, or you can wait for the price to move above the 50 and then the price stays above the 50. So in this instance here, let's see what we always presume the price stays above the 50, so we can have a stop below the 50 because it's already established itself, and then we can have a price to the target. Now this is automatically generated as well. This is already there from previous highs. So we can say that the price is going to go to 32.28, and that's going to give us 201 pips. Okay, so that session gave us over 200 pips. Now if you look at further analysis, we can see that one of the things to look out for in the software is outside bars. These are really, really important because once the price comes outside the channel, it's gone too far. It's going to have a correction, it's going to have a reversal, it's going to have something's going to happen. And as we can see here, this price has actually moved down into this demand area also has a confirmation of a support area as well. Now, how do we trade this? Well, you can just get straight in. That's one point. But you can wait for the price to move above the 50 again here on the right. And as you can see, once the price establishes itself above the 50, it stays above the 50. And you can say something like this: stop below the 50, and you would have had a target up here somewhere around about 250, 240 pips. So let's do one more just to give you an example of firstly how simple it is, but it does need practice. Once you've got the Gold on Steroids software, simply practice it. Use a demo account, trade during a very high volume session, New York or London, and use a demo account to get used to it and practice. Because if you can imagine banking 100 to 200 pips per session, okay, every day during high volume times, of course, if the markets are moving, then you're going to get that profit once you've got the system sussed out. So, and practice, the only way you can do it. Okay, so let's have another look. Tell you what I'll do. I'll draw a line. Where should we go? Let's go down here. Let's draw a line there. I'm going to change the color to white. See that white line on the left there? I'm going to sync this so it syncs in with the 5-minute chart. Have a look. So you can see that this is now synced in. Okay, so synced in with the 15-minute chart, and we can see before this demand area probably wouldn't have been drawn. It probably wouldn't have been drawn. But look at the color of both of the lines on the 50 moving average. So once you've got that established, then of course you can go live in there. But a preference is again the 50 moving average. See how the price moves above the 50 moving average on the 5-minute chart. And then once it establishes itself, it usually stays above it. Okay, we're talking about very high probability trades using software that's been generated from 35 years of trading. Now, we don't know where the target would be because it's all-time highs, so you can just go for 200 pips or 260 pips. I mean, it actually moved 400 pips. Okay, so there's one there. Let's go for 200, shall we? Just because that's 4.88 risk to reward. So if you're risking, you know, £100 or $100, you're going to make $400, nearly $500 from that position. Let's do another one. Just this is a bit of fun. So there's one here. This is already generated. This isn't just appearing after the event. This is where the price moves up, and then it moves back down into this support line and then flies. So let's have a look at that. Let's sync that one as well. Now this is a game changer for many of you. A game changer completely. You won't have to trade Forex any longer. You won't have to work any longer. This is a game changer for everybody. So if you bought the software, hopefully this is useful for you. Just a reminder what you're looking for, what the settings are. Your settings are exactly the same as this, as mine. As I wake up in the morning, I look at this to see if there's any possible trades coming up. You've got to wait for the pullback, and that's fair enough. You've got to wait for the pullback. Even if it takes off, you don't want to get in at the top. It just doesn't make any sense. You've got to wait for the pullback. And the pullbacks are on the left. They tell you. So let's have a look at this here. So this has been established. The price has come back down into this area here. See that big red candle there? So it's come back into this support line, and then it's gone again. Okay, wait for the price to be established. Move above the 50 moving average, and then it goes completely. All right, so a fantastic system. I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget, if you have any questions or anything, if you want to sign up for the Gold on Steroids software, then please do. I will support you for 12 months with coaching, 12 months with signals, and I do a full market analysis as well every day for VIP members. So you can just jump in as you like, and you can trade any session this way. It's a fantastic way of trading. Have a great day.